Checkity, 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 checkity. Right about there. Checkity, checkity, checkity. Check, y'all. Thank you, Cutie Back. Thank you, Liz Misty. I think after the song, we're going to do this thing. Perfect. Almost to the perfect 5 o'clock. What's up, everybody? Happy NFT Friday. How are you now? Hope you had a wonderful week. Did I adjust the audio? We've got a captions. We've got a chat. We got a free NFT. Very proud of this one. Keel Appeal, you're wrong. You're wrong. It is where it matters. It's 5. No, I'm just kidding. Hope you're doing well. Who all's here? I had to run down last second and get take care of the old doggo and get her dinner. We're at a hype train level 2. If we complete that level 2, I'll give everybody 200 Sully bucks. All you have to do is sub or gift a sub or give bits, and that pushes it forward. Thank you, Walking Miracle, for 67 months, tier 2. Allie, tier 2 with the woo. What's up, Allie? How are you now? Nadu 6, happy Friday. Misty Liz, thank you for being here. Monster Pete, you weren't here last week. I finally went to the mailbox. I couldn't wait any longer. I opened it. If you guys missed what Monster Pete sent, this very cool $2 bill that is, I don't know what kind of masterful process that they used to do this, but they took a real $2 bill and this art was laid over the top of it. It's very cool. Thank you for sending that. It comes with a little description of what it is there. Went over it last week. Thank you so much. That's a very cool item. I have a few $2 bills from back in the day, and now I have a $2 bill from in the day. Cutie Beck is here. Boba James in the house. What's up, Boba James? Nadu 6 already picked up on it. He said, oh my, very noir this week. No spoilers. I only got to watch about 20 minutes of episode 1. I was trying to come up with something for this week for the free NFT. And at first I looked at it and I went, that's cool, but I don't think I can do anything with that is cool enough. And then I found this is a slight variation I found on the web that's not just the normal logo for the show. And I think it's so cool. There's a lot of nice detail in there. So I recreated it, and I think it came out pretty good. It's a little different from what I normally do, but hopefully you guys like it. It's free. All you have to do is fill out the form, enter your Wax wallet. Make sure you copy and paste. We're going to talk a lot about Wax wallets tonight. If you're stalking and you have questions, tonight's your night. You don't have to stalk. You can just talk. Monster Pete says, I was in surgery last Friday on my shoulder and still in so much pain. Oh, I'm so sorry, Monster Pete. I hope you get to feeling better soon. Follow the doctor's orders. Take that medicine, drink lots of water. So you'll be lurking. That's perfectly fine. Happy Friday, says Keel Appeal. Austin, I miss your face. Hope you're doing well. Zach Bonifer in the house. What's up, Zach Bonifer? Thank you last week for the umpteenth time I left the stream running because you raid over to someone. It should just stop the stream. It does not. I hit the stop button here on OBS. It doesn't always take on the first click. I have to make sure I sit there and watch it stop, and I didn't. Zach Bonifer saved me. Linder77, what's up, Linder? Otang99, what's up? Welcome. How are you now? Keel Appeal said they released a Kill Bill 2 movie special on Peacock, so I'm currently... Wait, is that the full one that's the both movies put together? What's it called? There's a special name for it. I saw that they were streaming it. They also put it on sale and you can buy it. I would like to see that at some point. I forget what it's called. It's called like the whole something. Oh, Linda, you've never seen Kill Bill 2? Oh, so you ought to just... It's called The Whole Bloody Affair. I just remembered before anybody puts it in chat. The Whole Bloody Affair. You should watch, if you like Quentin Tarantino movies and you haven't seen Kill Bill 1 and or 2, you should probably just watch this full cut. It's going to be a long movie because that was 2 full-length 2-hour movies now put together, but I think edited slightly different and combined slightly different by Quentin Tarantino. So if you're a Tarantino fan, checking Kill Bill 2. Oh, I read that. Savage, what's up? How are you now? Welcome. Linder says, I love the whole series. just don't want to miss anything. You know, I watched, I tried to watch the Alien 3 extended director's cut. Turned out it wouldn't play correctly on my Amazon, so I just rewatched Alien 3, but I know it's out there. I noticed they're doing this with more and more films. I found a Live Free Die Hard, the fifth Die Hard movie, director's cut. Watched it, couldn't tell any difference. So if it was a director's cut, I didn't know. It'd been too long since I saw it. We completed Hype Train level 2. All right, I'll give everybody points. Add points, all 200. Just don't give up enough points anymore. Chuck said, just a reminder, Masters of the Universe drops next week. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. June 6th. I'm so excited. I have not bought tickets yet. I know Chuck always buys his in advance, but I never know what a weekend's going to be like. I still haven't seen Mandalorian and Grogu. He-Man will be a priority over that. June 3rd, says Chuck. I've read June 6th everywhere. I apologize. Let's see. What does that look like on the calendar? Is this one of those things where... So June 5th is what I've been reading. That's Friday. I guess June 3rd is technically... Because they keep moving them up a little bit. They were on Thursdays and a little bit on Wednesdays. Yeah, I think Alien 3 was probably the weakest of the first 4. But I still enjoyed it, and I was hoping... The director's cut apparently makes it a whole different movie. I'll believe it when I see it. The only movie I can say that with, without a doubt, is The Abyss, where the director's cut makes the movie a better and different movie. Most other director's cuts are like a few extra scenes here and there, or reorganization of something. Natty said, "Oh my, movie retakes Motu next week. Shut up and take my money." No one said that was happening. It is not happening. I don't have any more of those stickers. Keel Appeal says, by the way, go see Obsession, best horror movie I've seen in years. Oh, I'm not a big horror movie fan, typically, but I've heard a lot about this one. I might give it a shot. I did watch Weapons this year, and I thought that was pretty good. Then another sub, Miss Jessie Star, tier 2, 72 months. Wow, 72 months. That's crazy. That is crazy. 6 years. That's nuts. Buzz King, what's up? How are you now? Good and you? Not so bad. Director's cut movies can be very good. Missing piece. Oh, I agree. There are some that are better or good. I just don't have a lot of examples. I still haven't seen Mortal Kombat 2. I went and saw it. That's the first time I've gone to a movie by myself in years. I went and saw it, and I enjoyed it. Wouldn't say I loved it. I didn't think it was as good as a lot of people were hyping it up to be. I just respect the hell out of Carl Urban that he would do a film like that and have fun with it. And he did a great job, and he just steals every scene, and I like his part more than anybody. Boba James says, I haven't seen the Mando and the Baby Yogurt movie yet. That's shocking, being the Star Wars fan that you are. Miss Jessie Star says, I live here. You have for 72 months. What would you even do with your Friday nights if I no longer streamed? I'm not planning on that, but... Randy C. Prime, 42 months. Randy C., sorry about the mix-up with the NFTs before. Hope we got you sorted. But does a director's cut beat out a Snyder cut? Well, a Snyder cut is a director's cut, so I don't think you can compare it like that. Walking Miracle says, oh look, Twitch chat now has an icon by chatbots. Haven't noticed that before. I feel like I saw it somewhere. I see it there next to Stream Elements now, which is awesome. But I feel like I saw it in somebody else's stream. I don't watch that many streams anymore. Walking Miracle says, I'm still thinking about Mortal Kombat 2. Like, you saw it and you can't get it out of your mind because you enjoyed it so much, or you're still debating whether to go see it. I mean, I'd say out of all the movies that are out, I think I'd be more excited about seeing Mortal Kombat or He-Man. But I enjoyed... What did I say? I would be more excited about seeing Mandalorian or Grogu or He-Man if I hadn't seen Mortal Kombat 2. Cal Laird enjoyed Mando and Yogurt. Carl Urban is one of my favorite Xena act. Oh, I love him, and I have somewhere a pop, Judge Dredd pop signed by him. I got to meet him at Dallas Fan Expo years ago. He was wonderful. Wonderful human being in person. The panel was one of the best I've ever been to. He is a very smart, very nerdy guy. I love it. Miss Jessie Star said I'd go to baseball or watch wrestling. What I also do while watching your stream. I love it. We went last weekend. For you guys who don't know, we posted about it on our socials. We went to go see the Savannah Bananas teams. If you guys don't know the Savannah Bananas, it's a baseball league essentially, but it's like if baseball and the WWE had a baby. Because the teams are full of very talented people, but they're also very performative. So they don't just come in and swing the bat. They flip flop in. They come in with a like the entrance of a play. There's special rules for the game. The game only lasts for 2 hours unless it's a tie, and then it goes into a special playoff that we didn't get to see because it didn't happen in a tie for our game. They're playing music the whole time. There's dancing the whole time. Savage, if you haven't seen it, you would love it. Kelly loved it. We had a blast. We're never going to miss another game that comes to the area. This one just so happened to be right down the road from us, about 10 minutes away. Normally, those games, there's a waiting list of like 3 million people to get a ticket. Of course, not in your local area, but you get your name on there. You grab tickets. I know Miss Jessie Star and Ben have been, and they enjoyed it. It was such a great time. We will not miss it again. And what I respect the business of the Savannah Bananas so much because the guy that runs it, he's on social media all the time. He makes sure that tickets are accessible to everyone. They're very fair pricing. The secondary market does not go to these ticket agencies and brokers and whatnot. They're not allowed to do that. If any extra tickets come up, they put them on their own portal, which is how we got tickets on the day before or day of for $35 a piece. The merch was fairly priced. If it says $35, it costs $35. There's not all additional fees and taxes and all that BS. Like, it's just a wonderfully run business. I loved it. I had a blast. So if you guys ever see the Savannah Bananas or the, who'd we see? The Indianapolis Clowns or the... Oh, who was the other team that lost last week? They were the one who won the championship last year. I can't remember right now. I'm sure Miss Jessie Star and Ben have that all memorized and can tell us. They have such great memories. Bubba James says, I'll admit it, this is the first time a Star Wars movie... Oh, it jumped on me. I have not had that urge or having to see it opening weekend. I know, isn't that crazy? It's a very different movie from the rest of the franchise. Franchises, I guess you would call it. I still want to see it. Walking Miracle did see MK2, loved it, so she was thinking about it fondly. Miss Jessie Star with a watch streak of 35 streams in a row. Wow. That's just ridiculous. I haven't watched anybody stream 35 times in a row. But the question on everyone's mind is what Motu movie merch will Sully pick? Now, if it's still available, I have not been to a local AMC, but if they have the Castle Grayskull that is the popcorn bucket and the drink all in one, I'm getting it. That's the only thing I've seen so far that's a must, except for there are a couple Skeletor cups at different chains that are pretty cool. But the question is, when I buy it, what do I do with it? Like right now, I don't have a Motu set up in here. I would love to do that. It's just going to go somewhere in storage. So if I miss out on it, I'm not going to be too upset, but I would like that Castle Grayskull. Oh, Linder, perfect. Linder said, tell us about the baseball game. I didn't even see it until after. Yeah, Walking Miracle, that would have been a good one. That would have been a good one, you're right. I didn't even think about that. So I say it's baseball meets WWE because the people playing, it's as much of an athletic event as it is a performance, right? Like, you can't be a WWE wrestler without being in amazing shape, right? You got to be able to do the performance. Same with these players. They've got to be able to pitch. They've got to be able to hit a home run. They got to be able to run around the bases quickly. The guys are doing backflips and catching the ball and stuff like that. In that way, it's WWE meets MLB. They're not wrestling out there. You have to think of the two being combined. It is not baseball as wrestling. That's not what I was saying. Spider-Man Noir was so good. Did you watch it all, Blue Kachu? Oh man, I like I said, I got about 20-30 minutes into episode 1, and so far I'm loving the setup. I have a lot of questions, but I'll wait till they're played out in the show. Miss Jessie Star says they're going to 3 games this summer, talking about the Savannah Bananas. Wonderful. You're going to enjoy every one of them. Tech is here. Tech was like, hope you enjoyed your banana game. That's like, wait, let me explain. Yeah, Savage, you got to go. You got to go. They travel all over. The trick is getting tickets because it is a long list. But the hack for us was waiting till the day of and checking their site. There's always going to be somebody who can't go. Something happens, travel plans, whatever. So you got to be on it. But we grabbed up 2 tickets at $35 a piece, and it was a very good value for the money. And Kelly read up on it. A minor league baseball player makes anywhere from like 20 or 30 to $100,000. There's some exceptions. not a lot of money. It's either not a livable wage up to a little over a livable wage. But the Savannah Bananas, their teams, I think the average player makes over $100,000 a year. So these guys can go out, and girls can go out. They can travel. They can perform, and they make a good salary. And I love that. And somebody interviewed the guy who runs it and said, inevitably a big company is going to approach you about buying this. And he goes, I will not sell. This will go down to my kids and my family. I will not sell out to a big company that will ruin it. Love it. He's making a comfortable salary. He's able to live and enjoy his life. Why? He doesn't need to be a gazillionaire. He doesn't need to let corporate greed take this thing over like so many businesses. I respect the hell out of that. Party Animals. That's who we saw last week. The Party Animals versus the Indianapolis Clowns. I watched Noir first episode in color. Wonder if I'll watch it again in black and white, says Nadu. I was going to ask about that. If you watch it on the right devices, which I imagine is most, you can choose between color or black and white with Spider-Man Noir. Now, I've watched some other films like Mad Max and the Snyder Cut in black and white, and it's kind of cool for a different take on it. But I prefer color. So I'm watching it in color. I might go back and check out some things, but... Linder said, I tried out for tickets this year, but a no-go. Glad you could. Yeah, I'm telling you that the wait till the last second if you can't get them and try. Be willing to go. Still earmark it on your calendar. Leave the night open. Keep checking. I don't think you could roll up to the park and buy them, but you might find somebody who's there. I don't know. It's tricky. At our park, we had to pay for parking to get into the general area long before we could have got somebody that was selling a ticket. So that wouldn't have worked for us. But Miss Jessie Starr said, I thought of you yesterday. They were doing an early screening of Masters of the Universe. Cool. I would go if I could, but I can wait. I got lucky and got the Mando Cup from the online Cinemark shop, said, that's cool. They do that, huh? Chuck said Castle Grayskull should drop on the AMC website soon. If anybody sees that go up, tag me in it or something. Let me know. I'll just grab it there. That'd be the best. Falconer said, Sully, I sent you a 15-second clip of Skeletor merch. I got to check that for sure. Message sent about the NFTs. Got one of the 2. You should have got both. I don't know what's going on there, Randy. I'll have to research. Weird. Should have been both. Blue, could you watch it in black and white first? It'll be interesting to see what people's preferences are. I'd love to hear the numbers if Amazon ever shares, though. So I would say it's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters tech in a way, but the Harlem Globetrotters, the whole game is kind of rigged. I think Savannah Banana, the games could be more rigged. Like I could tell they were trying to set it up to end in a tie in our game, but it didn't. So it's not as rigged. And they play against themselves. They have multiple teams. I don't know how the Harlem Globetrotters does it now, if they have multiple teams. But within the Savannah Banana League, there are like 5 or 6 teams that play against each other in different cities. So I guess in a way, yeah. Chuck said, I can't watch the Bananas. I'm a baseball purist. Well, don't go into it thinking of it as baseball then. Go into it thinking you're going to watch an athletic show. And then enjoy it. Austin, miss you too, bud. Miss you too. I'm way behind on the chat. I'm sorry. Nadu said one of the lower budget studios that does like bootleg films released a Masters of the Universe the other day. I think the studio name was Asylum Studios. I don't know anything about that. Miss Jessie Starr said they make a lot of their money in endorsements and stuff like. I mean, so smart. So smart. Blue Kachu, I'll be watching in color again next week. It'd be interesting to hear your comparison. Watching you in black and white right now. I could put that filter on. I thought about like cool filters I could put on for a noir night, but I didn't have time for all that. Yeah, so the Castle Grayskull that AMC has, Keel Appeal. Let me see if I can find a picture or a video. Is this? I don't know if this is the right video or not. Let's see. It's on Instagram. Yeah, check this out. So it's the popcorn bucket. It's got the popcorn goes in between the towers, but then one of the towers comes off and is the drink. Brilliant. Oh, I didn't even know a separate compartment for other snacks. Wait, does it hold okay, no, not multiple drinks, just one drink. It's freaking amazing. I bet it's like $50-$60. I don't know how much it is. If you can't get the popcorn bucket, it would make a cool 3D printed thing too. It'd be cool to have that. Oh, the screening was here in Seattle. Oh, cool. I didn't even see anything about that. They sing, dance, do flips. So much fun to watch the clips. Oh yeah, I'm now following them on all the social channels. I've been seeing videos about Savannah Bananas for at least the last 12 to 18 months. A lot of highlights, and the more I watch them, of course, the more I see. But the 6th team is the Firefighters, says Miss Jessie Star. The Castle Grayskull bucket is like an actual house. Yeah, you could live in there. eBay 90. Yeah, it's got to be marked up. I don't know what retail is at AMC for it. Check out the AMC Masters of the Universe Grayskull tankard. What is a tankard? Let's see if we can just Google this phrase you've put in here. Is that what I'm looking at? Oh, it's a giant stein. Whoa. That is cool. You can hold it with both hands and drink it like a Viking. How much is that? Pre-order. I don't even see a price. $49.95. It's less expensive than I thought it would be. Because it looks like it's made out of like metal. Stainless steel. Officially licensed. Stainless steel. That's pretty cool. Comes in premium gift-ready packaging. Somebody's struggling to write a bio for this. A must-have collectible for Masters of the Universe fans and collectors. Yeah, well, no kidding. The Grayskull popcorn bucket is $45. Little pricey, but for what you get for that, I think that's not too unfair. Yeah, I'll try to get it. If it goes up for sale, I'm gonna try. But again, I won't be sitting here crying if I don't get it. It'll just be like a cool thing to have. I don't think there's many things these days where I'm like, I really, really have to have that. More like, it'd be nice if it works out. Oh, it says stainless steel liner. Oh, it does say stainless steel inner, pewter outer. Still pewter outer is not plastic. Designed for everyday use. Carry the hope of Eternia with you. What? I have picked up two of the three new Skeletor Mattel figures and the new Pop. Yeah, I saw a bunch at Target the other day, and they got some cool new figures, but again, nothing I had to have. Like, if I were going to spend any money on other Motu stuff other than what I've seen already, I would probably go back and get some older stuff. I don't think I would put in for the newer stuff, unless it was a true limited edition figure. The stuff that they mass produced at Mattel, Hasbro, whoever might make, it's not Hasbro in this case, but I'm talking in general, and would have on sale at Target or anywhere else like that, I'm probably not going to get it. I would do it if it was Sully, but I'm not. For most anything else, I probably wouldn't. Got a hat for you. I posted on Priscilla's Discord, says Living Conundrum. Oh boy. There's always the Shrek Outhouse popcorn bucket. Oh boy. I'm copying this to paste. I have to see. That's pretty great. In case you needed a mini outhouse for your models, for your modeling kits, you got that as an option. That's hilarious. There have been some very creative popcorn buckets. The one I got, which is actually from the parks, not from the movies. Wait, it's not even up there. It's down low because it's so big. Of the Scream canister is by far my favorite, but I mean, there's some really smart ideas in what they're doing with these popcorn buckets. The Dune bucket, of course, which was just crazy. There's been a couple others since then. I can't remember offhand but I enjoyed. I was like, no, that's smart. That's really smart. Oh, I did like the Captain America one that was like the shield, but you could like, it had the bucket attached to it. Kind of reminded me of those stools that you twist to sit on. You shouldn't sit on that, of course. But that does make sense that a Captain America shield that you could wear on your back would also make a cool stool. If nobody's making that already, they should. Yeah, that's right, Chuck. I remember you talking about it. Hey, I got a weird shout out today. I have for years had to take different medications for various things, and I usually will have my doctor. I used to have my doctor send it to Walgreens back in Texas because there was one close to my house and it was easy. But over the last couple of years, I've been sending it to Costco because I thought, hey, I go to Costco regular. Problem is, go to any place to pick up a prescription, and no matter what time of day, you're gonna fight the true geriatrics. I'm old, but you're gonna fight the true geriatrics who apparently have never gone out in public before. And take forever at the counter, right? And I'm typically a very patient guy, but if I only have an hour at lunch and I'm gonna spend 20 minutes waiting in line at Costco, or they have whatever issue comes up and I need to go speak to the pharmacist to get the I'm like, I don't need all that. So I finally looked into the Amazon program today. There you go, Miss Jessie Starks. So I just did it today, literally this morning. And right before the stream, the medicine was delivered to the door here. Absolutely nuts. One of the medicines was cheaper because of Amazon's discount. The other was cheaper because of my insurance. But combined, the two were very inexpensive. And they delivered for free to the house same day. They even have a thing that I thought was really cool. If you take a whole bunch of different medicines and you got to keep a schedule on when you take them all, which is probably something mostly for much older people, but you never know. They have a system where they will take them and separate them out, kind of like the pill a day things that you would have to take, that you would have to sort them yourself. But they'll put them in these little plastic bags with a date and time on there. So you just line them up and you know, oh, this is the one I take at 6 p.m. and you just take them all. Brilliant. And they do that for free. Linda says Costco has a new prepaid line without a line, but now I think Amazon sells. Yeah, I saw the Costco thing the other day, and honestly, it was because of that. And I was like, ooh, I may have to try this next time. And then I thought, why would I do that? Because when I got to Costco last time, they told me, oh, this medicine this time, because I switched insurance companies, is going to be $70-something. Like, it was never more than like 10. And they go, hold on, let me check and see if our discount is better. And then they checked out, oh yeah, we can give you the Costco discount. And I thought to myself, why was this even a debate? Why would I ever want to pay more if I can get it cheaper? And then I was like, Amazon's just going to do it automatically. So that Callard said, what about Mark Cuban's website? I 1,000,000% was thinking about doing that at some point and may still investigate it. But then the Amazon thing just popped up and was so easy. It took 2 minutes. All I had to do was send a message to my doctor's office and said, hey, refill coming up. Could you send it over here? It allowed me to copy and paste all the details. I did that. I didn't even have to call my doctor. I just sent him a message through our portal. And it all got taken care of from yesterday at 10 a.m. I sent them the message. They sent it to Amazon this morning. I did the checkout on Amazon. All the discounts automatically applied and got the medicine this afternoon. I doubt Mark Cuban's website would have free delivery, but maybe. I respect what he's doing because it's brilliant. If anybody doesn't know, Mark Cuban has taken on producing a lot of the medicines that we in the U.S. use, and has a kind of like Costco in a way where he manufactures it and only increases the price by like, I forget the exact number, but I want to say it's like 12 or 13% above his cost. That's it. There's no huge markups for insulin or anything. If it costs them $10 to make, it's going to cost you, what is that? $12 to buy. Under $12. Don't get me on the math. Brilliant. And he's doing that. He's making money. He's able to pay his employees. He's making money. He's taking on big pharma. He wants to do the same with medical insurance. And I saw a thing where he has a very intriguing idea. And just the short version, you would put in monthly like you do for insurance. When the time comes that you needed to use it, you would use it like insurance. If it exceeded the amount you had already put in, that's okay. You just keep paying every month, and it all balances out in the long run, right? There's going to be people that never need it. There's going to be people that need it all the time. But if you put in the money every month and you don't use it, it doesn't go to waste. It gets invested. And then eventually you have access to that money if you don't need it for a medical procedure or whatever. So it could end up being an investment that you can just tap into should you get sick, which is brilliant. You wouldn't count on it as your primary investments. It's so smart. There's a couple videos out there, I'm sure, where he's talking about it. He hasn't started it yet. This is something he wants to do. I'm sure he's painting a target on his back because that's a lot of money that these other companies will lose out on if he doesn't. I will jump straight in the front of that line. There you go, Misty. I hope he does. And he can't do it with everything. I mean, there are manufacturing issues and costs, so he doesn't tackle all medicines. But as the company grows and grows and grows, he'll be able to do more. I mean, he's just a smart businessman, and he's gotten to the point in his career now where, like, he's made so much money. He's like, it's not about me just making all the money anymore. It's about me giving back, and this is one of the ways I can give back. He's also still making money, but I bet if we dug deep, he's probably not taking much of a salary or cut of his what is it called? Something meds. It's not got his name in there, but you can look up Mark Cuban medicine and you can find it pretty quick. What is it called? In case anybody's actually wondering. It is called Cost Plus Drugs. Cost Plus Drugs. Does it have the percentage on here that the markup? Let's see. It says, no middleman, no price games, huge drug savings, compare prices and save up to 80%. Our mission. We mark our price up by 15%. So his number is 15%. And he's got some examples of how it saved money on a few medicines. Oh, nice. Focusing on cancer drugs too. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Not counting on those meds being allowed anytime soon. I mean, you don't know. There also is the whole, like, you know, a company manufactures a drug that nobody else manufactures, and eventually somebody comes up with something better. And I don't know how the, what do they call them? Not the regular drug, but the, under a different name. I just forgotten the terminology for it. There's that. I don't know how all that works right now. Thank you, generic. I don't know how that works right now. If it's the same company that manufactures it or somebody else manufactures it, but doesn't, like, they change something, or it's exactly. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works. But I'm sure he does, and they've done the research, and they're going to figure out ways to get it more medicines more accessible for more people. Which is, it shouldn't all be about putting money in some people's pockets who are already rich. It's pretty ridiculous. Like, what was that guy that was marking up all the insulin and on his yacht? Yeah, that's not what this is supposed to be about. Anyway, very interesting stuff. It was a fun weekend last weekend doing Savannah Bananas. What else this week? I've been keeping my eye on some Sully cards. You guys know I'm addicted to the cards now. I got in my etched Sully. I couldn't. This is the common Sully from the Disney Neon, which I pulled out of a pack myself, which makes it that much more special. I've ordered several cards. The others haven't arrived yet, but this one was listed on eBay as an etched Sully Neon card, and I couldn't tell what the difference was, but it does have a different number on the back instead of the just number 118. It's CNE 118. Well, it's essentially the refractor from Topps Neon. It's a shiny background. I don't know why they call it etched. It does look, I guess, a little bit like Sully is kind of raised up off of the surface just because of that holographic background. But I've got two more coming, and I found one today on eBay that I really, really like. So I've got a few that I'm keeping an eye on. One's this green, is it called a spark? No, that's not right. Laser. A green laser card. Let me see if I can find this to show you guys. I'm kind of addicted to these, but I'm only looking a couple of times a week because I don't want to get out of control. Watch list. This right here. Oops. This is a beautiful card. Look at that. And then whoever took a photo did a great job. But look at all the lines in the background. It's like a laser party, like a laser show. The way the light's picking up on those. Plus, this one that's up for bid is number 99 out of 99, which I think is pretty cool. I'm, of course, always on the lookout for 5 out of 9, or 5 out of whatever. There's another one I put on my watch list. Don't anybody else bid on this. Don't be that guy. It was number 1 of 10. Where did this thing go? Oh, here it is. It's going to be an expensive one. There's only 10 in the world, but this is number 1 of 10. Opening bid's 135, so I don't even know if I'll go in on it, but I think it's very, very cool. Yeah, I'm addicted to looking these up. I'm not going to go nuts and spend a ton of money. I'm slow playing this because the other thing I'm learning is Disney Neon. They already did Topps Chrome last year. Now they did Disney Neon. They're probably going to keep doing this. They're going to introduce Sully into Lorcana at some point, and like I can't have them all. But I do want to pick up on some cool ones. They don't take up a lot of space, which is beautiful. But, you know, I got to keep the Sully collection going. Somebody found the Mickey Mantle 1 of 1. I hadn't opened my box yet. I've been sitting on it. But I was hoping to pull... There was a Mickey Mantle redemption card for a Mickey Mantle rookie card in one of these boxes. I was hoping it'd be in mine. And apparently it won't. Somebody pulled it. Yeah, Ben Feldman, I don't think I will on that. I do have some things. I still have these eggs that are sealed back there. I might keep it, but I really want to rip it. I just wanted to make some content out of it, and I clearly haven't done that yet either. What's up, Simshoe? How are you now? Good and you? So, it's the last 2 days of drop. And I've helped a few people get over this hump of moving everything. But we need to talk about it. Plus, I went in and made some purchases. So I did a bunch of research. I was trying to find out... of the stuff that's remaining, because people have to make decisions, right, in the next couple of days. If they're even aware this migration needs to happen. By the way, there was a nice pop-up on the Drop website. I don't know if it's still there. It is. They finally put this up in the final week. Better than nothing. After an incredible journey, we're going to sunset. They should just say we're going to close it. Thank you for the amazing community. You could visit Drop or you can learn more. Brilliant. At least it goes to that article with all the questions that anybody may have so they can read it and then pretend like they don't understand anything. But on the website, I still have some stuff there that I need to move. I never had Living Conundrum. That would be a great one. Letterkenny would be awesome. So I helped Boba James. This is very interesting. He was having problems because of the passkey thing. And it's really supposed to be a good thing to restrict other people from gaining access to your account. But it has caused a lot of problems for a lot of people. Between Drop closing, the migration on the Wax blockchain MyCloud wallets, and the whole passkey instituted over the last year thing, there are some hurdles for people that don't normally go into this. So Boba James could not create a new account on the Wax blockchain because he couldn't get past the passkey situation. I didn't dare move anything until I had the migration done. So for those of you who have been struggling, keep trying to do the migration, but you're in the final hours now. We're literally down to just a little over 48 hours. If you're unable to do that, the other option is to create a new wallet, right? Assuming the migration is your issue and it's not a passkey issue. You can create a new wallet. You could do that on your desktop. You could do that on your phone, iPad, whatever. Bobo was trapped in a death loop on his computer, so I logged in and I created a new wallet for him, and then I figured out the steps to give him control for him to log in on his device using what they call a mnemonic. I don't know if you guys, if you set up a site on a wallet on a lot of websites, they give you a passphrase. I forget, they have different names for it, but it's like 12 unique words. They're very simple. It'd be like pickle, library, stairs, ladder, etc. They'll give you 12 words. You got to write them down. You got to keep them. Well, the way Wax does it is MyCloud Wallet, they give you that phrase. Then if you are logged in on your computer and it creates a passphrase there, it makes you think, oh, you only can log in on your computer. That's not the case. You can take that mnemonic and you can go to a new device and you can log in on there by using the mnemonic. And then it will give access to that device in addition to the computer. And you can go add that to whatever devices you want. So for anybody that's struggling, if you need that information, I have the steps outlined. and I can share it. So if you cannot get into your Wax wallet, if the migration won't work, create a new one. Uga said, yeah, it was a struggle to add my cell to use. Yeah, exactly. You have to use seed phrase is what is a term on other sites, but for some reason Wax decided to call it a mnemonic, which that threw me. I kept seeing that going, why do I need anything sounded out for me? That doesn't make any sense. And then finally I was like, wait, hold on, let me click these buttons and see what happens, because that's what I do. It says to scan the QR code, but that isn't even doable. That's the same thing I ran into. Like, how am I going to scan this QR code that's on my phone with my computer? Vice versa, no problem. But I can't scan, that doesn't, and then so I finally figured out the mnemonic thing. So no one should be left behind. I know there are people that are still struggling. Every time I put a tweet, I get a few questions. Again, for the 100th time, I'll ask, please go out and tell everybody you know that collected. Let them know this is the final days. They got to get it done. But it's also going to provide a few opportunities. Yeah, whoever coded the process, and as per everything that we've dealt with coming from Funko, Drop, and most of the Wax blockchain. No offense to anyone. It just wasn't front of mind for them, so they didn't do it. The education, the training, good materials for teaching you how to do things. Almost no one does it worth a damn. And it leaves plenty of people who are not willing to push the buttons and give things a shot. Because that's the key. You got to be willing to push buttons. It's a little scary sometimes, but you got to do it. It's a lot easier if somebody gives you step by step. And none of these, I can't say none, I'm being overly generic about it. Most of these projects and people will not do it. You know who does it? Gary V. I know I can't, you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about him, but every day I see him tweeting, is anybody interested? Do you want to learn more? Let us know. We'll get somebody to help you. Shep, who's here in the chat regularly, works for Gary Vee. That's what he does. He goes out and helps people understand. If somebody tweets him or messages them or whatever, he's like, I'll help you. I'll walk you through it. If I don't know the answer, I'll figure out somebody who does. They are one person at a time making it work. It's brilliant. Walking Miracle said, Sully, when you're all done transferring, look up your Sully.dp on Atomic Hub. There's a couple non-Funko NFTs stuck. Yeah, I don't know that there's anything I could possibly do about that. I probably transferred something over there or on purpose or by accident. Let's see. Yep, there's a hoot. Number 5. Oof. Whoops. There's an old Wax one. There's a Nergy Night number 5. I don't know if I could do anything to get those back. Uga said, I went to their Discord to voice that when it went live, and they banned me from the Discord for saying so. Wow. Misty said, Sully, made a new wallet, but still can't on my old Wax wallet. Can you tag me? Maybe I can try on my phone. Wait, you still can't what on your old Wax wallet, Misty? Chucky said, migration is rough for some because not every operating system browser are supported. Yeah. And some people are not going to try a different browser or a different process. Most people will, and I'm not making fun of anybody, it's just the mindset of a lot of people is I'm going to keep trying. I'm just going to keep trying without changing anything at all. I was checking mine to make sure and looked up. Oh, thank you, Walking Miracle. Yeah, I don't know if I could even get those. I'm not too worried about it. That's possible, Falconer. We could look at the list of transactions. It's possible I just did it because I was in a hurry and trying to send them somewhere. You can't get into your old wallet. So, Misty, when you're trying, what is the issue that's keeping you from getting in? Is it the passkey thing? Because that's what's getting a lot of people. And when you say you can't get into your wallet, there's 2 distinct steps there as well. Can you log in to my cloud wallet? Can you log in over there? If you can, and you can see you're in your wallet there, definitely can solve some issues. If you a code that Wax is sending to a dead email. Oh, see, I don't even know how we could possibly do anything to fix that. Right, Nadu. I'm not too worried about it. A dead email. Yeah, can you log into my cloud wallet, or is this an Atomic Hub issue? Misty? I think the answer is both. But have you tried My Cloud Wallet? Can you log in over there? If you can, this can be solved easily, I think. What's up, Red Ranger? Monster Pizza is too late for... I transferred my NFTs and can't focus on... I mean, as long as you got the stuff out of there. If you still have some USDC, I highly recommend you just buy something and then transfer that. I finally transferred all my... Nice, Linder. So I finally got through most of it. And I left a few things because I knew we would transfer some stuff tonight. I'd work on it tomorrow. But what I found, and God bless him, Pop and Stock dropped by and was sharing some of the cool stuff he's been doing, like this amazing new redemptions tracker. If you guys have not seen this, this is so freaking cool. This is something I dreamt about forever, and he made happen. And that was like, what would it look like to look at an NFT for its entire life when it was in the coin, or when it was a card form, when it was a coin form, and when it was a physical pop. There you go, smart Lender. And he built it. So you can actually go in here and say, like, I'm going to look at the Grail from Alien, the pilot engineer. Click on prices here. It maps it out. It's so cool. So everything here in this first part is when it was a digital card. And the average price during that time was around 160, 170 bucks. Then phase 2 was when it was a coin. So you have that 30-day window. It was slightly higher then. And then stage 3 is now, since it's a physical pop, how much is it selling for on eBay? And it's so freaking cool. This one, you could tell eBay's a little higher. So if you spent, I mean, you could have spent $155 on that Grail at one point, and then you might have been able to sell it on $270 for $279 on eBay. If the extreme, right? So there's a chance to make some money on that one. But like if you look at some of the other ones, especially Back to the Future, if you guys are holding Back to the Future pops, look at this, man. Lorraine in the prom dress. Look at this chart. You could have picked that up, and I did. I think I have 2 of these for 30 bucks. Almost the entire life of the NFT. As a coin, you still could have picked it up for around 45. But now, it is a $200 plus pop. The last 4 sales, $242, $250, $255, $270. It's going up. You can sign into My Cloud Wallet. So the issue you're running into, Misty, is not accessing your wallet, but probably an Atomic Hub issue. If you can get into My Cloud Wallet, you're in your wallet. You're in there. So that's beautiful. What you would need to do, and I can provide those steps to you, is what we had to do for Bo James. And that is, like, when he tries to log in another area, it's having him do use the pass key, and it won't work for him. So you can go into My Cloud Wallet, you can get your mnemonic, and then you can log in on your phone using the mnemonic, and then you should probably be able to get in. For Atomic Hub, if you have an email address in there, I don't know if you're... Yeah, it's adding a device. Exactly, Chucky. If Atomic Hub has already, like, flagged you for not doing something with that reset email, you might be locked out of there. But you could still go to NFT... Can you go to NFT Hive and log in there? Because NFT Hive is just going to look at your My Cloud wallet that you're already logged into and go, oh, hey, yeah, we see that you're logged into your wallet. Here, let's see your stuff. You can see it through our site. That's exactly what Atomic Hub does. It's not your Wax wallet. It's just a way to see your Wax wallet and the contents of it and interact with it. So as long as you can log in to My Cloud wallet, you should be good to go on NFT Hive. You just got to solve the problem of why does Atomic Hub not allow you in? I don't understand why. I don't know why, but I bet there's a way around this. Regardless, if you can log into My Cloud wallet, you're golden. You can access your stuff. You just can't play with it through Atomic Hub right now, if that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it in the easiest way I understand. I mean, again, if you have access to that wallet, if you can log into My Cloud wallet, like let's look at mine. If I go to My Cloud wallet, I am logged into my wallet. I see it right up here, right? I can see any coins, tokens I have, right? I can go to NFTs, which is right below that. I can see the NFTs in that wallet. I believe from here, I might even be able to burn or transfer or anything like that. Let's see if I pick NFT here. This is one of the ones from Drop that I transferred over. Look, I can transfer from here. I don't know if I can burn or anything. So you have access. You're in there. It's just a matter of which site you want to use to interact with your wallet. And Atomic Hub, for some reason, is giving you a fit. But you may not have any problems on NFT Hive. Unfortunately, Nifty Blocks is toast. I think it's gone forever now. So you should be absolutely good to move things to your new wallet. What I would do is move one thing. Make sure you can go in here, see if I click transfer on this one. Let's see what it does. I've never tried to transfer anything from my cloud wallet, but in theory, this works great. It won't show the image, but like if I wanted to move this to u.fdbk.wham, it looks like I can hit send. So I think you absolutely can interact with and move stuff. And the same thing should be true on NFT Hive. It's just Atomic Hub that's giving you the fits. Chuck said, anyone snagged the LE3500 Entertainment Earth Jack Sparrow? I heard about it. I did not try. It is sad about Nifty Blocks, but I mean, in the long run, it boils down to a person and some investors tried to make a product, tried to make a business out of interacting with the Wax blockchain, providing tools for creators, letting us make packs and blends and stuff like that. At first, it was very expensive for me to even get in. I have a whole bunch of Nifty staked that at one point was worth thousands of dollars. Now it's worth like next to nothing. To even get started, that was the only site that we had that would give us the tools to do that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, over time, the guy who's running it couldn't make any money. He had to let his staff go. And eventually, I guess, because there's no public statement that I can find, he just was like, I can't make a dime off. I can't do anything anymore. I'm stuck. So done with Nifty. Really sucks. The good news is for creators, because I don't want to give up on this yet. For creators, there is still a community of people. I actually went into the Atomic Hub Discord because I wanted to see if there were people are active and they're finding ways to get the stuff out of Nifty, like NFTs they had in pools, so my stuff's not lost forever. They're building tools and helping to do things for the community, and Atomic Hub, the guy who's taking it over, is building new tools for creators. So we may see packs and blends and things of that nature come back. We may see new tools that we haven't had before. I really hope so. And maybe they'll be even easier than before. Maybe he'll be somebody who will, like I keep seeing more of these sites and businesses that will infuse AI, and don't roll your eyes and take it in a bad way. There's some great coding that can be done through simply talking to AI and telling it what you want. I've experimented with it some. My checklist, which by the way kind of works again on my website, was done just using AI, what they call vibe coding. And if they could work it in, maybe we could start having tools for, like, I could dream of something and talk through AI and have it build it on the blockchain and make everything that I need without having to have any coding experience. Yeah, there's so many blends and packs that right now are inaccessible, but I don't think they're done forever. I think because they reside on the blockchain and everything is executed through a contract, all that Nifty Blocks was doing was facilitating the creation of these contracts. I think it's all still accessible for me. I could still get in there and I could like empty the pools and get the contents. I don't know if anybody could ever open packs again, but maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. The biggest problem is that no major brand or company is coming up to the blockchain, so it gets harder to get the blockchain. Exactly, Nadu. So the guy who bought Atomic Hub, I heard him speak, and I've seen in his in the Discord. I don't think he's talked about it a lot there, but I can tell he's hinting at it. He's going to build this thing up. He's got to build these tools and create things so that he can go to businesses and say, digital collectibles are still here. Let's do something cool. as long as the Disney Pinnacles and the NBA Top Shots and the Gary V's, V-Friends, and some of these other projects that are in digital collectibles are successful, whether or not they're highly profitable or not, it's a different story. But as long as they're successful, there's a chance we could see a resurgence of all this, right? And you never know what the next big change in society that might push us that way. Who could have seen COVID pushing us the way of the NFT because we all needed to be at home? We don't want that again, but anything could happen. But anyway, if those are successful, there is a case for him going to Disney, who's already doing Disney Pinnacle, and going, hey, you saw what happened with Pinnacle. You saw what happened with on the Wax blockchain with Funko. We've got a great new project idea. We want to do this with you. We'll provide the tools. Let's get the licensing from you. Let's make this happen. This guy he's got connections. I think he came from Sotheby's or something. I can't remember the exact pedigree of his resume, but he's got connections. If anybody can make it happen, he can. And if he can get one project off the ground, maybe two projects off the ground, we could see the Wax blockchain pick up. You know me, I'm the eternal optimist on this, but if anybody could do it, I think he can. Chucky said, "You busting open any fantastic plastic packs?" So I kept trying to go this way, and I get off track. What my thought process was here was I was trying to tell you guys there's potential in this push to close drop, and I found one of those potentials. It actually was more than one the other day. I got to thinking about how many one-of-ones are trapped in packs that could still be accessed through Sunday night. And I did some light research. There was both the bronze and the gold 1-of-1 for Thundercats. Somebody pulled the gold 1-of-1 like in the last 24 hours. The bronze is still in there, but it's not the only one. As best I could, I tried to do a search. Oh, did I accidentally close that tab? I did. I tried to do a search on... You can't look at it through the Funko collections, but what you can do is you can look at mint.drop, which is the wallet that houses all the NFTs for drop that have never come out of a pack. There's 5.2 million NFTs in there right now. After Sunday, they have said they're going to burn everything in that pack, in that wallet, sorry. Which means any one-of-ones, any grails, any legendaries, etc., anything that could have come out of a pack that did not get pulled out by midnight on May 31st or the end of the day on May 31st is going to get burned, which is going to minimize the supply. It's going to deplete the supply. Not deplete. It's going to diminish the supply. There's still stuff in there that could be had. And because not everybody totally understands that, they just have packs in their account that they're like, I'll just open them. Maybe there's something in there. They're not thinking about things like 1-of-1s, or they're selling them cheap. Well, I'll drop this in the chat. On Pop and Stock's website, if you go to Market Overview up here in the top for Funko, there's a thing. You can actually go to 1-of-1s, you can see, but that's just going to show 1-of-1s that are for sale on the market. That doesn't tell you what you need to know. If you go to packs, you can see how inexpensive some of these packs are getting on the market right now. Now, this isn't real-time data. Keep that in mind. It's updated every so often. I don't know what the interval are. But, like, you can get a pack, standard My Little Pony, for $1.12. Now, maybe you don't care about My Little Pony. But what was on this list pretty low the other day was Thundercats. And I scooped up a few packs of Thundercats, and I still have some more money to spend. But some of the Power Rangers, still cheap. Is that both standard? I don't know why it shows up twice, but I can click on DP. I can go over $2.29 now. So not as cheap as it was, but still half the price that it used to be. I can go to Atomic Hub. I can click on that, and it'll take me out there. And a pack over there is $1.68. So if I wanted to, I could scoop these two for $3.59. They're guaranteed to be the authentic ones because of the way he codes his website. You're not getting fake ones. Everybody cares about My Little Pony. They do not. I'm going to grab these two packs. I'm going to send them over. You could do this. And I don't know what the next 48 hours holds on what people will do. But you could pull grails. You could pull 1-of-1s. So I don't know about this one specifically, Red Ranger. I might have wasted my time. I might still pull a grail. But here is what I was trying to get at, and that is if you go to the mint.drop wallet, And the only way I could do this without some special coding is, so show me anything between mint number 1 and a max mint number 1. And we give that a little bit of time to run. And what it's going to find is any NFT that is mint number 1. There are a lot of mint number 1s in those packs. People will still be chasing mint number 1s. But also what you get when it finally loads, because it takes a while, you'll be able to visually look and see if there's any 1-of-1s. That's how I found out there were 2 of the Thundercats ones. There may be some other ways to approach this, but given a little time, you could go through there and go, okay, I see 1-of-1s for this project are still alive. I could still go for them. Maybe those packs get cheap enough tomorrow or Sunday because people are just trying to get rid of them to get a couple of bucks, and you could benefit. So anyway, I went and started making a few purchases with the remaining money I had. And if we go to my inventory here, look at this. I've got Thundercats, quite a few. Actually, do I need to refresh this? There might be more. And then I just bought those Power Rangers. Oh, there was Living Connect. See, super helpful. People probably already been using that because I don't do Discord. I missed out. And of course, God knows nobody's going to share it out to the rest of the world. We're about to do some right now, Red Ranger. I got to wait till those show up and then I'll send them over. Atomic Hub some days is super fast and some days is not so fast. So if I go back over to inventory, I'm going to crack a few packs of Thundercats. There's 1 with a 5, 2 with a 5. Let's try those first. Let's try a big serial number. Bubba James says, so I am unable to log into any of the market sites. Is that a question or you should not be able to, you should not be restricted from logging into those? No. If you can log into your account, you should be able to log into those. Yeah, exactly, Walking Miracle. Let's open. Let's see what we can get. I do miss this. Wouldn't it be pretty fitting if I finally landed a 1-of-1 today? After all this time, I've always wanted to. I would love it to go out like that. Would be amazing. Let's see what we got. All right, we got a common Whirlikit, a common Slithe, common Panthro. I think from what we know, it should be the first one slot or the last slot. Exactly, Living Conundrum. I did confirm that on my own. Common Slide 4791, and an epic Wily Cat. Now, it would be in the first and the last slot. I mean, I'd be super happy to score a 101, even some Grails. The packs are too expensive, but the best Grail is I think, the highest price one is the Harry Potter. What was the other one? I was looking at another one that I found very interesting. I think it was, hold on, let's see if this, oh, look, the search is starting to produce images of the 101s. So, like, you can go to that list on Discord. That's probably going to be way easier. But look, here's a 101. There's a mint number 1 coin out of Thundercats. But as these populate the images, which it does better as I get further down the list for some reason. Look, there's 2 101 Ultimate Freddies in the Funime. The gold and the bronze are both still there. Those packs are probably also a little more expensive. So, Bubba James, if you're logged into my cloud wallet, you're in your wallet. When you go to those other sites and you go to a marketplace, let's say NFT Hive or Atomic Hub, what happens? You say you can't log in, but what does that mean exactly? What are you met with when you try to get into that site? One thing I would definitely do, clear your cache for those websites. Like if you're on a site like Atomic Hub, if you go up to the URL, the bar up there at the top, and I don't know if you're doing this on mobile or PC, you can right click on those little bars and go to cookies and site data, and you can clear the on-site data, or you can go clear your cache for your whole computer, but of course that's more generalized. It may be trying to log into there using your old wax info, and you gotta prompt it to look at the new wax info. Hey, Priscilla Tier 1, 72 months! What's up, Priscilla? Priscilla's been a busy lady. We haven't seen her lately. Thank you, Priscilla. Is there a quicker way to unlist things on Drop other than going one by one by... No. Sadly. It's just you got to do it one at a time. Tech said, I'm so happy to see my Grail Darkheart Franny that was drop only exclusive on my Wax account. It's going for 50, but crazy to see 123. Oh, that's nuts. Valor Vellum said, yes, I've been at shows and doing SDCC prep house. Oh, it's good. We're just, this is the last few days. I meant to message you about this because I don't know if you know this, but they're officially closing the Drop website Sunday night at the end of the day. That's it. You can no longer get into your wallet. You can no longer open any packs. You can no longer transfer out any USDC. Nothing. Good. You already did it. So what I'm doing, you know me, I've transferred most stuff, but I was also looking at some opportunities that have come up because of this. And one of the things that's happened is some of the packs have gotten very cheap, and there's still a chance at some 1-of-1s and some Grails and some Mint number 1s. So I'm taking a few shots at it. I'm going to open another Thundercats pack right now. Right, Walking Mirror? I would love to have a whole CSV list of all that data, but I don't think you can export it. I wish you could. Would love to have that information. Come on, 101. Come on, 101. Oh, there was the hesitation. I got a coin, but I want the 101 still. But James says, it is the same error as before. There was a problem signing in with your passkey when the market site wants me to authenticate. So you're only trying on your computer. What happens when you try on your phone? Walking Mirror, that might be the best way. I debated going in and taking screenshots of every project's the checklist page, essentially. But I haven't done it. And I don't think I have time for all that. There's a common Freddy 4797. There is an uncommon Freddy as King Lion-O. Wily Kit. Common. A rare Mumra. And a common Mumra. This is what I'd expect to come out of most of these packs, but somebody scored a gold in the last 24 hours. So there's still a chance. I was kind of hoping in the back of my mind that somebody who was on drop would have been like, can we run this code that'll like put all the good stuff up at the front, like in that 12th, 13th hour on Sunday? It's not possible. They wouldn't do it, but it would be cool if all of a sudden in that last day you're like pulling nothing but Grails and 1-of-1s. All right, let's see if the my pack showed up over here yet. Yeah, Boba, try on your phone and see if you can get in there. My suspicions are that on your PC, because of the passkey situation you had with Microsoft, you may be in for a real world of hurt in general. But if you can do it on your phone, you still have access. It's not the same experience. It's not as fun, but that means you would be able to access it and add it using the same tricks we use with the mnemonic phrase. You'd be able to add it to a new computer, a new iPad, whatever, and you'd still be able to have access to your stuff. It sounds like just your computer and Windows is somehow become your worst enemy. One thing I definitely don't want to do, I saw somebody comment under one of my posts and like, oh, it's a shit show now. Like, no, you're having a problem because of your login stuff. Drop has not made a problem. It's not all falling apart. It's just a login issue, which unfortunately comes up. We have to deal with a lot. Login issues are the worst. Like, I spend most of my time saying forgot password on websites. They won't put the packs in there. Make sure you have the right authentication app running on your computer. When signing, my computer updates, it switches back to Microsoft Authenticator from Google. Yeah, see, I wouldn't even know how to do that, Steve Gertie. So I saw somebody made a joke on either Instagram or Twitter the other day about when was it that the world decided to use passkeys and then just dump them on us all, but nobody gave us any explanation how they work or why. And I remember seeing my first one and going, what is a passkey? I kind of figured out the basic idea, but I don't know much about them. And so I didn't even know, Steve Gertie, that happened. That's good to know. It won't let me try transferring one at a time. What happens if I transfer one? They won't show up in here. I just have to be patient and wait. Eventually it'll work. How do hackers have my password? I don't even remember it. Chances are you did the thing where you use one password on all the sites. I know you're being facetious, but People do that, and then they wonder how that somebody figured out their password. It's because they hacked into another area. They got another list of exposed information. I'm sure there is, Steve. I didn't even... I've never done any research on passkeys. I don't fully understand them, but like for our friend Bubba James here, he's been fighting with Windows. Maybe that's the answer he needed. There you go, Bubba James. Yeah. So I think there's a way to fix it on your computer. It's either clearing a cache or, like Steve said, going and changing a setting. I know that over time, like they're working on these passkey things. When I was trying to figure out setting up the new wallet for you and transferring stuff, I read on one of the sites, I forget where I was, they're like, support for more passkeys is coming. So you may log into your computer in like a month and it's just going to fix itself because there's going to be an update to Windows that's going to then add support for other passkeys, and then all of a sudden you're going to get an option you didn't have before. But the important thing is you haven't lost anything. It's just what you have lost is the ability to do it on your computer. But you still have your phone. If you had an iPad, another laptop, whatever, you would have access. You could add access there as well. Nadu. Stupid. I love it. Oh, Windows. Are you sure? Are you sure? Why won't these show? I'll give it a few minutes. I can sign on Chrome. Wait, it just jumped. Not on Edge on my computer. Yeah. Well, Edge is interesting. Bubba said I probably need to just say F it and make a brand new MSN account to log into Windows with. Might be an option. I mean, the thing I get scared of on stuff like that is, oh, when I do that, is it going to break something else? Because I'm sure you've used passkeys for some other things, but if passkeys aren't working on anything, that may be an answer for you. That trade page is listed by created newest, not transferred newest. Well, yeah, but what's supposed to happen is I'm clicking these to select them, going to bulk and saying transfer. It's supposed to automatically add them here. But it's not. Good call. Good call. I forgot about that. You're absolutely right. Good call. But I don't know why I wasn't adding them into that box automatically. I should have. Thank you. Good job, Walking Miracle. Our unofficial official engineer. Okay, transferred those over. They'll show up pretty quickly. Boom, boom. Not that quickly. I was debating what to do with these. And the more I think about it, like looking at the Scooby-Doo premium pack, that's a lot of NFTs to leave in there and not do anything with. If I go back out here and I go to the template, I think what makes more sense is open what I have, and then later if I want a pack, go and buy it when people deem them worthless because they can't open them anymore. But look at this. There's not a single one on the market for Scooby right now. Eventually, I would imagine somebody will go into a wallet and go, I can't even open this thing anymore. I'll put it up for sale. So the other part of that is how many are still in existence? Trying to open a pack on Atomic Hub, it takes me to drop. Am I missing something? It depends on the pack. Most packs that were issued by Drop can only be opened on Drop. A handful of the early ones could be opened on an old wax site I showed here a couple of times over the last couple weeks. So the original premium Scooby, if I go into this template, there were 18,750. 18,568 have been burned. So that leaves less than 200 in existence. The last one sold for $59, but of course that was almost a year ago, and you can still open them then. When next drop. I wish. So what to do? Do you think there will ever be a market where somebody's going to want, like, I have two. I don't think I need to hold two. I think I'll open one of these. But do I hold one? That's true. That is also not drop. Let's see. Can we look at that over here? There are none for sale on the market. Boy, it honestly makes me wonder, should I list one for sale and see if anybody is like just fiending to get into a pack and is willing to spend good money? Let's do it. Let's list this one just for giggles, for $199. Is that enough? Is that high enough? Why not? Let's see. Sales. No sales history yet. There's not ever been a Scooby pack that sold on drop. That doesn't seem possible. That doesn't make any sense. A 100 people have them. What? That doesn't make any sense. Gordon Graphics said, real question, why are NFT royalties still priced $1.50 before Drop Arcade got announced and they had no utility? They were 10 cents. I mean, that's a great question, but the answer is always supply and demand. For some reason, people want them and they've been willing to pay for them. And when you say priced at $1.50, is that what people are asking? And how many are up for sale, or is that the actual? What are they selling for? What you could be running into is if you're looking on the drop marketplace, there's one or two for sale, and the person looking to sell it is like, I'm not going to put this up for nothing, and they've picked $1.50. So that's not the value; that's just the asking price. Series 1 was before the drop market, you say. So then the question is for Scooby, if we look at the attributes for this one, Unpack is on drop. So yeah, it was put on drop first, but then the marketplace came later. But it's still funny to me that since drop marketplace went up, no one has ever bought an open one. That's weird. Shame there will be no more DPPPs. Right, I'm just saying I would expect thousands of them under 35. Yeah. Well, so one of the things we're about to look at, and I was getting to this point a minute ago, and I also didn't finish this thought like I normally do. The Disney Afternoon Liquidator. That's the name of the one, right? Liquidator. Look at this. I want the Grail. That's the rare. Go here, 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 here. Okay, check this out. So there were 999 issued originally. 138 burned, probably because of Drop Arcade. Sorry, I was trying to open something and thinking the best way to do it while also talking. 999 minus 138. And then, as of right now, so this number could change, there are still... Oh, wait. Am I in the right place? Yeah, there are still 508 in mint.drop. So if there was, they didn't sell out and there was a burn, they burned packs, but they didn't burn the NFTs. And if we have a bunch of unopened packs, those are all still trapped in there. So subtract another 508. Right now, that means that the possible number of NFTs that could end up on the Wax blockchain, the supply of this NFT, is already down to 353. But then if we also subtract out current wallets, .dp wallets that have them in there, chances are people are not going to get them moved by Monday. We've got, just on this page alone, 4, 7, 10, 13, 15, 17, 19 on the front page alone. We're down to 334. There's a real chance that Liquidator NFT could be sub 300 available in the world come Monday. And the best thing about them burning everything in that mint.drop wallet is that number, that 508, is going to get added where everyone in the world can see it to this. So it's going to be very visible that there aren't that many in the world, which really could have an impact on the future value. Right? It's going to be a heck of a bonfire. Thank you, Chucky. That's probably what threw me. That's probably why I'm having problems. I still don't know what to do about this Scooby-Doo. I'm thinking I keep one and I open one. And I'm sure if I ask you guys, you would say open it. I think I should wait on Tanner. If Tanner were here, I would open the Scooby. So I'll wait on Tanner a minute. Let's open a Power Rangers. It'll be fun, as I'd like to open up one of the April Fool's one with the crazy opening. That was one of the funniest things they ever did. All right, let's see what we got here. Starting off with a rare Pudgy Pig 559. Common White Tiger Zord 200. There's no TMs here. I forgot, some didn't have the TMs. Common Kimberly 1790. Uncommon White Ranger 2505. And an Uncommon Billy 1814. I think the only thing I had luck on those with the what was the floating head with the clear pillars? I can't remember his name. Zord? I had a bunch of those. Zord, I got it. Let's see. Let's open another Thundercats and see if we need to apply some TMs. That could be the issue. This is crazy. I really didn't think I'd be opening any more packs, but when they were like $1 and $2, I'm like, why not? I'm probably just turning $1 into 12 cents real quick, but all right, come on, 101. Let this be the day. First up, we got an Uncommon Slide 5653. Oh, that's Uncommon Slide. Damn. Number 5653. How about an Uncommon Ghost Jaga? Little bitty damn. 1794. Common Wily Cat Kit. Damn. 7260. That's true, Valor Realm. Common Wily Cat. Damn. 6907. View all. And a Common Ghost Jaga. Damn. 6512. So far, no mint number ones, no 101s. Kind of knew that's how it would go, but let's mix it up and open up. I've got these. I think I kept one of each, but the Fantastic Plastic, which these are going for, you can buy a pack for 94 cents. I don't think there's going to be a long-term play here, but you do have to open those on drop. So let's try opening those. I'll open this one. It has 2 5s in it. $1 into 12 cents or $1 into nothing, since you can't open it after. Well, but the NFTs that I'm getting out of it should have a value of 12 cents. So, oh, you're saying if the choice was to keep the pack. I still think eventually, if demand were to pick up again, holding a pack that can't even be opened could still have value. Like that Scooby. If there's only a couple hundred in the world. Oh, nice, Joaquin Miracle. That's right, there's only 3 cards in these. That was a quick, look at the token head logo. OG. All right, we got an El Diablo number 413. The rarity was over here on the right side early on, and then they moved it over the circle on the left. Ooh, a nice Freddy. I like that one. Common, number 3570. And last but not least, ooh, an epic Rockin' Ramen, 1928. I love the art on these. So much fun. Let's open one of these. 2 5s in this one. Packs will only ever have value to people who were involved in drop in the first place. I don't think they'll have much return value. I think you're probably right, but I'm just crazy enough to still hold some just in case. Those will be great memories for me. Like you're saying, it's for people that were involved. But a little bit Red Ranger. I mean, it's the same guy. It's all Mike. It's all Mike's brain. Still just 3 cards in this one as well. Ooh, oh, a number 100. That's cool. That's a nice looking card too. Freddy. Uncommon. He's El Diablo there, but it's not called out. It just says Freddy Funko, which is fun. Freddy Funko, again, doesn't say El Diablo, but he's in the green suit with the flames. And a Max Token Head, number 688. Never got a Max Token Head pop. I think that's a real miss. That's something fun Funko could still do one day, but I doubt they ever would. They'd sell dozens, if that. What to do? What to do? I should see if Tanner's even available. I'm going to text him. Ask him if I should open this pack. Should I open a Scooby-Doo pack? Oh, premium. Let's see what he says. So the other question is these others, same, but different. What do? I keep debating myself. I really wish, just for the purposes of this weekend, that this would auto update more quickly. I don't think it's going to, but it does update like probably once an hour if I had to guess. Packs. He said, "Do it." I was hoping to convince him to come over to the stream, but. He said, don't let that Grail card be lost to the world. It's in there. I love it. I'm going to give him a few minutes just to see if he'll come by. But if he doesn't, I'll open it here in a bit. But there was a Freddy Funko holding a Max Token Head Mini Pop. Closest we ever got. That's right. And that was cool. The ones that I definitely would like to, if I had the money, would try would be Harry Potter, because the Grail is like $20. But I think the packs are far exceed that right now. The problem is, for those people who are holding out to try and sell them for a lot of money, they're not going to be able to. They won't have any value after Sunday, and nobody will be able to get in there. So the people holding are kind of doing us dirty. Harry Potter's not even coming up on this page? Are you telling me there aren't any available? That can't be. That can't be the case. There's Tanner. I'm in a packed car with my phone hooked up for GPS, but I'm watching. Let's do it. For Tanner, I'm going to open them. I'm going to open the Scooby-Doo. I said I'd do it if he came by. All right, here we go. Let's pull a Grail right here. Let's do the Scooby-Doo. Last premium pack opening probably that I'll ever do. A wild Tanner appeared. Let's do it. Never thought I'd be opening these. I thought I'd hold them forever. There's that sweet, sweet sound of 15. All right, come on. I don't think there's any one-on-ones, but let's go Grails. Starting off with an epic Phantom Shadow, no TMs, 1616. Common Scrappy Doo, 1880. Common The Zombie, 3594. Common Ghost Clown, 209. Some mint number ones would be fun, too. Uncommon The Zombie, 1710. Uncommon Scooby-Doo, 1413. I forgot about that. The uncommons having that like green toxic glow. A common Fred, 3044. Uncommon The Zombie, 1689. Come on, Pack. Where's my... I forgot about this guy. He still was within reach. Uncommon Scooby-Dum, 1043. Common Phantom Shadow, 1404. Come on, Grail. Uncommon Shaggy, 1981. Epic Witch Doctor, 1996. Common Velma, 1573. Bubba said last week when I opened all of my premium Season 3 April Fool's Packs, opened 2 full redeemable sets. Oh, man. Common Scooby-Doo, 2427. And maybe the last card? Oh, Common Scooby, 2582. No legendaries, no Grails. Oh, we didn't do it, Tanner. I'm sorry. I still have one. I'm going to leave it up for sale at least till tomorrow and then check back in case somebody just was willing to go ape on it. Who knows? No way. That's dope. You got a number one, though. At least those monsters have been freed from their eternal purgatory. Wait, there were two, but they were mint number ones, right? Isn't that what you're saying, Levin Canonder? If so, that's awesome. All right, let's do another Power Rangers. And then I was going to look up Harry Potter. I want to look up Harry Potter. Nice. I mean, you get those low numbers. There's still going to be people kind of playing with that for a while, because if you haven't looked at the other area on Poppin' Stock's website, that's the sets, trying to complete lower set numbers. There was a Soda Nadu, that's right, the Witch Doctor, as a legendary. First up, we got a common Dragon Zord, 3824. Common Aisha, 6215. A rare Goldar, 770. Common Rita Repulsa, 4145. And having no luck tonight, the White Ranger, 1017. Boy, I haven't pulled any redeemables. I've spent dollars. Yeah, Witch Doctor was in the Scooby. I have the soda is right up there. Never opened it. I wanted to look up the Harry Potter. I don't know a quicker way to do this on their market. The market's kind of weird to get to. Where's Harry Potter? Shop collection. Grail Harry Potter. What we need is packs. But just look at this. $48 is the cheapest one right now. And it only goes up. 48, 49, 50, 50, 99, 150. These could be the last ones available for sale for a while. Once they finally transfer over to Atomic Hub, assuming a bunch do, will people even put them up for sale? There he is. I got one finally. I spent 20 something bucks. There's only one right now on the market, I think, and it's up. They're asking $67. More rubbing, less talking. Ugh. Harry Potter. So packs is what I wanted to know about. Wait, how do I do that? Each thing's just listed once, right? Wouldn't the pack be on here somewhere? Coin. Wait, where are the packs? Am I doing something wrong here? Is it possible there just aren't any packs? There's a Grail, there's a 1 of 1 listed. But that's because it's for sale. So if there are none for sale, that means it wouldn't even be listed. Right? Let's try to see if there's any packs over here. That's really wonky. That would be why it's not on his list either. Let's see, I'll open in a new tab. Oh, $60 for a standard pack. No premiums. $60 for a chance to possibly pull a Grail worth 20? That's not good math. Let's see. Are there any 1-of-1s that were never pulled out of? Somebody probably has that full list, but I'll do it the old dirty way. Nope, somebody has that one. Somebody has that one. Somebody has that one. So there's not even any 1-of-1s to pull. And there's no way it makes any sense to spend $60 on a pack. At most, I would spend maybe $10 on a pack for a chance to pull on a standard for a chance to pull a Grail. But all the packs that are in wallets, they're just gonna be wasted. That's a shame. I would love to chance. So the other one that I'd be concerned or possibly consider would be the Funimation. There are some packs at $4.62, or there were. That's a premium pack. Because I think there's 1-of-1s for those in there. Oh, well, that's gone now. $45. Somebody bought up the cheaper one. Let's see about on Atomic Hub if there are any. Okay, there are some there. Yeah, that's exactly right, Red Ranger. Now, I'd have to double check because there are 2 fun a maze to make sure that it's the right one for the one of ones. But right now at $4.69, I'm not going to do it. I mean, that is a premium pack. You get more chances, but I'm not going to try it just yet. I'm going to watch over the tomorrow and Sunday and see if they come down in price, because people will probably start panicking. They'll either open or sell cheap. I mean, honestly, based on what I've pulled so far, it would make sense for me to just sell cheap, not open. But it's a gamble, and that's part of it. And I got to close a bunch of these tabs. It's really slowing down the computer. Matter of fact, I know that one's struggling. There we go. Yeah, the Liquidator, I think I bought one. I spent $7 on it. There's not a single one on the market right now. And last I looked over here on Drop, like I said, I got one at 7 something. I don't know where it's at now, but that one could be a hot item, a hot ticket item down the road, because it is a Disney officially licensed NFT, and it's going to be under 300 available probably in the world. There's one for $8 now. One for 8, one for 9, one for 15, and then it jumps way up to several $100s. I wonder if these people, like, if we looked up all these wallets, has this person been active at all recently? Are they just going to lose? Can we tell if there's been any activity? Sold, bought, transfers. Let's see if there's any transfers. Yeah, this person's been active in the last week. So chances are they're going to have that listed, and they're either going to keep it or they're going to lower the price to do something with it. They're making some sales and stuff. I never knew that the memo has the amount. Interesting. I never knew that. I never looked to see, but you can see how much it sold for. So the transaction on Drop is actually tracked over here on Wax, but only in the memo section. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So at least that person's active. Let's hopefully they get their stuff out of here and over into the... What about this one? I'm just curious about these people that are asking a lot of money for these. This person also was active just yesterday. That's good. All right, let's see what else got. I do need to transfer a bunch of stuff too. Let's open another Thundercats. Come on, 101. Come on, 101. Valid walking miracle. That's valid. They didn't have to manually trigger those. So I guess I probably could have looked at bought and see if they bought anything. Not a 101. Could be at the end. Common line 0439. Yeah, exactly, Dangus. You're right. You're totally right. Uncommon Freddy Funko as King Lion-O. Damn. 128. Uncommon Robert Bill, damn, 31.96. Uncommon Ghost Jaga, damn, 16.15. Uncommon Ghost Jaga, damn, 30.50. God, bunch of duds. Bunch of duds. I mean, I'm increasing the NFTs I own. At least I'm turning the worthless pack into a little something, but... what else did I want to look at? I was thinking another thought while we were opening that. Oh, on Pop and Stock's website, it's pretty interesting. He's got some really cool stuff. Another thing he's got in here is this wallet lookup section. And you can put in anybody's wallet. I'll put in my Wax wallet. And this is a good way to know if you've completed certain sets. Like if you're like me, I would like to do the mastery set for every single project. There are 70 collections. I believe that's the total number of collections. Because remember, some things like Turtles and My Little Pony and stuff had multiple series. So even if there were, how many drops did we have? I don't remember what the total number of drops was. That this doesn't indicate how many total drops there are. It says there's 92 series, so I'm thinking that means there were 90 drops. Then there were a few that were like the giveaway things that may not be included in there. So I'm thinking that's what that means. I have 160 royalty sets and 64 mastery sets. I don't think I have duplicates of any mastery sets. I'm looking down the right-hand column. I do. I have 2 Space Dancer Freddy mastery sets. But I want to complete this. I want this column to be completely full. But I'm only missing, like, I actually did buy the Alien. This one just hasn't updated. I have that one completed. I don't know about Batman. I got to go take a look. But on a lot of these, I'm just missing a Grail that I'll eventually pick up. But what's cool about this is, like they've done with, they've been doing it with Topps for a long time. You get a rank here on your set. And you can actually click in it and go into it. I forgot about that. You can see basically your set compared to all others, who has the lowest mint numbers that make up their set as a whole. And then I just clicked in there. So like my first set, I'm ranked 307 out of all holders of those royalty sets. And it shows you, I have like my lowest BMO is a 202. My lowest Finn common is a 290. And you can scroll down. You can see all the green ones are like the sub 1,000, I guess. So I have some lower numbers there. And then my mastery set that is the 89th ranked in the world. Stats for Geeks for sure. I don't think any of mine are... I think I have one that's ranked like 11th. But it's not one of the full... I didn't focus as much on low mint numbers as I could have, for sure. But like if we scroll down here, I think set 33 for the bonus. I did work hard to pick up all the bonus ones. I have every single bonus, common and rare, and I'm 33rd. I could make a push on that to see if I could get some lower mint numbers. 64th on the first DC. Oh, no. That's not even Series 1 or Series 2 DC. I bet you money that's the small fart redeemable. The big one that has the Justice League on the front fighting the big star monster. Number 7 in Funko Fun Days 2022 Series 1. Pretty low there. 61 in Funkoween Series 2. Now that's legitimate. I have 3 royalty sets, and one's the 61st in the world. Number 11 on NYCC Fright Night. 29th on Social Media Freddy Funko. Those are the OGs. 41st on Space Dancer Freddy. 49th on TMNT Series 2. Did I have some really low mint? Oh yeah, I got a mint number 5. I think somebody actually hooked me up with that one. A lot of greens, mint 65. I mean, that's fun. People are doing that with Topps. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I still want to continue to work on it. I have picked up things here and there over the last few months. And just in the last couple weeks, I bought, I think, like 8 or 9 grails, using up some of that $100 I had remaining in drop. I'm down to like 21 bucks right now. So this weekend, I might still pick up a few. I wish his wallet lookup would update, so I knew exactly which ones I'm missing. I may have to be careful to make sure I don't duplicate efforts. But I bought the Alien Grail, I bought the Harry Potter Grail, and I bought the Liquidator Grail. I spent 20-something bucks on the Harry Potter one. But that could be a very limited NFT, and one of the only ones for Harry Potter. I don't know of any other Harry Potter NFTs. I don't think they've done anything with OpenSea, Ethereum blockchain, anything like that. All right. Debating what to do. Let's do another Thundercats. Let's see. Okay, let's do this right. I'm gonna get the pack luck. We're gonna go for a high number pack. 10-4-4-0. Rub the pack for good luck. Come on. Give me that 101. Give me that 101 bronze. Got the drum roll. Thank you, Walking Miracle. Man, I just wanted to see it happen once. Rare Wily Cat. Damn. 413. Common Lino. Damn. 1282. Common Wily Cat, damn, 1551. Common Mumra, damn, 1514. Uncommon Ghost Jaga, damn, 5110. And no 101. Dang. Dang, dang. All right, let's even out these other ones. Fantastic Plastic Series 1, 4211. Living conundrum. What does a perverted frog say? Rub it. All right, we got a Psycho Shriner. I love the font on this as well. 4422. Freddy Funko in the white suit. 431. And an El Diablo. Love that one. I love the gold and black border with the red. Number 495. All right, this will be the last one for now, and then I'm still debating what to do with these other ones. And I might even pick up more. It had an 11 in it, that's right. Rubbing the pack as the pack shakes on screen. Does that help? There are no grails or anything in these, so. I just want those low mint numbers. El Diablo 1923. Auto 55. Hey, all right, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. And El Diablo 1891. Hey, that 55 was pretty sweet. Maybe the luck is coming around. Let's see. Let's go back to my inbox. I got a bunch of stuff I got to move over now when it's available. I want to move all those before I forget. And then I have some of the stickers and the other stuff. Can I do this and then unselect these? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and move the stickers. I was just holding them in here to look at them again before all was said and done, but I'm going to go ahead and move those over. So I'm left with only packs left here in this. Oh, and I'm going to leave that till the last second. All right, let's transfer everything to that, and I'm going to follow my own instructions. Go to my wallet, double click, or click the double paper, paste, confirm, and then I'm going to have to do my authenticator app. Nice. All right, we'll play the box game next. I've already got the stuff ready. We had a rare, well, not rare. We had a Priscilla sighting for the first time in a while. She's been busy. But we've got new Priscilla prize pack this week because who won last week? Was it Boba? I don't remember who won last week. I have to look at my post-it. I'm waiting on this to refresh. On 555. Yeah, but Living Conundrum, I thought about turning some of that off, but you know, I appreciate the levels of security. Every once in a while, I'll get a thing like that says, "Oh, you tried to reset your Instagram password in the middle of the night. Somebody else has tried to get into my account," and I'm like, "I'm cool because I got two-factor authentication, and they're not beating that." You doing anything at Washington State? Oh, you asked about that, Nadia. I'm sorry, I skipped that. So, yes. We haven't confirmed anything yet, but they never do until the absolute last second. They've been announcing the attendees, and I told them I would help again this year. That I'd love to host some panels. Got some big names: Patrick Warburton, big fan of his; Famke Jensen, Jamie Alexander, Sam Whitworth. That's awesome. Catherine Bell from JAG, Laura Propone. Kevin Smith, Jay Muse, and Ming Chen will all be there. Kelly was like, "You should host that panel," and I was like, "There's no reason for there to be a host for a Kevin Smith, Jay Muse, Ming Chen panel. You got two guys in there that are professional hosts, and they do not need another person on stage." However, having said that, if I could be on stage with them, I 1,000,000% would. I still have not got to hang with Kevin Smith. I'm hoping there may be a chance, especially knowing Ming as well as I do. George Takei is going to be there. Henry Winkler. There's a ton of comic book guests. They've really stacked up the lineup on this. I think the most shocking are Laura Propone. I didn't know she did cons at all. Wayne Knight, I know he has done cons in the past. Henry Winkler, I think he may be fairly new to that. Oh, no, yeah, no, I know Living Conundrum. I didn't think you meant anything bad by it. Oh, yeah, Paul Sun-Young Lee, who Yoko knows real well. They've been on podcasts together before. He came out to Washington State SummerCon a couple years ago, and I met him, and he was the super nicest guy. If she's not hosting any panels, I would love to host his, because we became huge fans of Kim's Convenience after I met him the first time. Anthony Michael Hall is going to be there. Carrie Payton. I would love to have a Carrie Payton pop signed. Or actually, I have a first appearance Walking Dead comic, but getting it would be tricky. Chris Klein. I didn't know he did cons from the American Pie movies. You got 2 cast members from I just blanked. What was the Star Wars series? I can't do anything with these. Andor, from Andor season 2 and 2. He was so good in that. Yeah, her too, as well. Denise Go. I don't know how to say her name. Has he been doing it, Savage? I've not crossed his path at any of the cons. That's interesting. Let's see. Chris Sabat's going to be there. And so he's bringing a bunch of the voiceover artists, of course, because he's, in the Dragon Ball, My Hero Academia, all those. They got a bunch of wrestlers that are going to be out there. Like a whole cast of Encanto is going to be there, which is interesting. Yeah, they've really stacked the guest list this year. And what typically happens with this is I don't know what panels I'll get to host until the 2 weeks before. This is June 19th through 21st. So next week, some of this might start to come to fruition. But I know people think that at these cons, they get things planned out way in advance. They don't. Them trying to make a schedule happens usually 10 days before. And even then changes around a lot in the days leading up to and during the con. So hopefully I'll hear from them and get a chance to pick some of the ones I want. In the past, I haven't always gotten to do that, and I've been handed some interesting ones that I wasn't necessarily a big fan of, like last year when I got the Amazing Digital Circus. That turned out to be a real interesting experience, and I think they're about to issue a 5th episode that's going to fall right about the time of Washington State SummerCon again. Oh, yeah, there's always last-minute cancellation. Every time I'll tell Kelly about somebody, this person's going to be at a con, she'll be like, they're not going to be there. They're going to cancel. There's not going to be there. Because too many times she's seen it for somebody she's excited about seeing, and they cancel, and I was like, well, sometimes you're right. I'm convinced that some of these cons sign names with the intention of canceling it at some point. They just pay them, and it'll be like, hey, we're going to pay you a fee, and if you cancel, you still get to keep part of it. We just need your name on the lineup. And that'll help sell tickets. I'm convinced that happens. Have I ever gotten proof? No. Oh, Matt Ryan's going to be there. That's cool. Constantine. I don't think I have... Has there ever been a Constantine pop? There has to have been by now. I don't think I have one. There has been. Oh, that's a cool one. Free comic book day. I might want to pick one of those up. Yeah, they are rough, Living Conundrum, especially when, for me, the biggest ever was the Firefly experience I had at Dallas Fan Expo years ago. It was the one time, it never happened. It was going to be the one time where the entire cast was there, and they had a photo op with the entire cast. It was $900, and I bought it. I was going to do it. It was going to most I ever spent on anything at a convention, because it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I knew it was. And then the week of, both Alan Tudyk and Marina Baccarin canceled. And they gave us a chance to get our money back. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it back because maybe there'll be another opportunity. That was probably the largest gathering of the cast. Aside from, was it earlier this year when they made the announcement that Firefly was going to come back as a comic? Or as an animated thing? They had everybody there except Adam Baldwin, which at this point I don't think anybody really wants him at anything, just because of his political views and commentary and stuff. I actually hosted a panel with him years ago, and he was a nice guy during the panel. He was cool. I was a little starstruck for sure because I've been watching him and stuff since I was a kid. But anyway, I don't know that whole cast has been together aside from Ron Glass, who of course has passed ever. I don't think they've all been in one spot at the same time. I went to the 10th anniversary panel at San Diego Comic-Con, and there was Fillion and Tudyk. Who was missing? Adam Baldwin was not at that, I don't think. Trying to think of who was missing from there. There was at least 2 cast members missing. Yeah, that's it. I have the fingerprint on the sleeve of the one shirt because I gave him the pin. I had just started talking about just got done talking about how amazing these pins were. I shook the pin and handed it to him. He took the cap off, and I turned around. I didn't see what he did. I think he shook it again after, or he pressed too hard. Ink went everywhere. And I turn around, he's standing there with the blue ink all over him, and then he just goes, and rubs it on my shirt. I was like, I have your thumbprint now. Yeah, that sounds very interesting, Misty, the way you worded it there. Didn't he rub his what on you? What now? Explosive. Yeah, it's the one time I've ever had one of those markers do that. So I wonder what he did when I turned around with that marker. Okay, box game time. We've got a nice quiet audience tonight, and I know you guys you don't have a lot of points. Let's do something I haven't done before. I'm going to give you all points now. I'm going to give everybody 100. Not a lot, but a little something extra, just so you guys have some Sully bucks to play with. Let me get the prizes out. I pulled them together in advance this time, so I'm not walking around, looking around, trying to figure it all out. We're going to start on this end. I'm going to put it in there another week or two, and then I'm going to keep it forever. I put this aside like 2 years ago for a new Star Wars movie, and we got The Mandalorian and Grogu. So this is the fall convention exclusive, which I looked up, and I think some are selling for 30 to 35, maybe even 40 bucks. Whip out the prices. But anyway, this one has been in my collection since I got it at the con that year. We've got the Dreams blind bag from last year's and maybe the one and only Rocky Moto San Diego Comic-Con party. Never been opened. If you win, we'll figure out what's in there. We've got a Butts on Things squishy that I got at Five Below from our friend Brian Cook Art. We've got a Deadpool Topps Chrome pack. I have a whole box here, but if you win this one, you will get to pick one of the packs. We'll open it on stream, and you get what's ever inside of it. And then last but not least, of course, our dear friend Priscilla has provided us with the Priscilla prize pack. She gives me goodies, and I put together these little packs. We've got one of her wallets from San Diego Comic-Con 2 years ago. We've got from Emerald City Comic-Con this year, we got one of these nice cleaning cloths. I've been using the hell out of mine on my glasses every day. We've got a keychain, which I believe the backpack one here was SDCC as well. It's got all the little pivots inside. Cutie Bag Tier 1, 69 months. Let's go. And Official's in the house. What's up, Official? Then we've got a nice sticker from Emerald City Comic-Con. We've got a nice temporary tattoo from Emerald City Comic-Con. And number 4 out of 50, we've got Sune and Toratai. I don't know which version that is, but a wonderful little sticker. So that is the Priscilla prize pack. I'm now officially out of the Pinance. She gave me 3 to give away. All 3 have been won since February. Don't forget, I think those are still on her website if you need a Pinant. But those are the prizes. Now for the actual how to enter. Hopefully everybody that's here has been chatting. You already know how it goes. But in case anybody is just chilling along, lurking, this is for everyone. If you've been watching the stream, you have points or Sully bucks. Everybody, just like Zach Bonifer did, can check their balance at any time by typing in exclamation point points. So if you've been lurking, now's the time to type that in and see what you have, because I just gave everybody 100 points as well. You're going to use those points to buy entries into the giveaway, and I'll tell you how to do that in just a second. Let me find the giveaway. There's only one rule for the box game. Well, there's a couple, but the main one is, if you win, you must have a U.S. shipping address. I don't ship to any international addresses, so if you win, you got to give me too soon. You got to give me a friend's address or a reshipper. That's up to you to figure out. But that's how I operate. Must have a U.S. shipping address. Tickets are 10 Sully bucks or points each, with a maximum of 150 tickets. So if you have 300 points, you could buy 30 tickets. You got to do the math. You can put in max. Once I launch it, just like Uga just did. We're going to kick the giveaway off now. Once you see this on screen, you know it's good to go. Now you can buy your tickets. Anywhere from 1 to 150, you can type in !enter, followed by the number of tickets you'd like to purchase, or !ticket, followed by the number of tickets you'd like to purchase, or like Steve Gertie, you can go !ticket max in that order, like Mollywop just did, and it'll buy the maximum number of tickets that you can purchase with your remaining Sully bucks. Like Mollywop just got 33 tickets. That's the way to do it. You just max out, and then you come back later and you get more points. What's up, Parrot314? Welcome back. How are you? All right, so you guys buy your tickets while I get the Post-its and the boxes together. I've already got the Post-its made. I'll break out the boxes. I will show the prizes one more time before we close out our 7 minutes. That's how long we put on the clock. You can buy your tickets for 7 minutes while I yammer on. At the end of 7 minutes, we will close the giveaway. We will pick one name at random, and that person must be here. And then they are my contestant in the box game. Here are 5 boxes, all void of any Post-its right now. They're all empty. And we have 5 Post-its and 5 prizes. I already showed you, we'll do that one last, the prizes once, but here they are again. We've got the Butts on Things squishy blind bag. That was from Five Below. I got that. We've got the Dreams bag. This was an exclusive at last year's Rocky Moto party at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know what's in it. It's unopened. Could be something wonderful. I don't know. I don't even remember what the rarities on that stuff was. We got the Mando Pop, which is the fall convention exclusive Mandalorian Pop from 2019, I think it is. I've been holding on to that for a while. You could win that. We've got the Deadpool pack. I bought a box of Topps Chrome Deadpool, which you can't even find anymore, I don't think. If you win, get to pick one of those. We'll open it on stream. You get whatever inside. And last but not least, from our friend Priscilla, we've got a whole prize pack full of goodies. Featuring her wallet exclusive from San Diego Comic-Con from a few years ago, featuring her artwork of the water out there. We've got her cleaning cloth, Emerald City Comic-Con artwork featured on there. We've got an exclusive one of her keychains that has the little fidgets in there. We've got a sticker from Emerald City Comic-Con. We've got a tattoo from Emerald City Comic-Con. And we've got a nice sticker featuring Sune and Tortai. And that is number 4 of 50. So those are your prizes. Now I'll load up the boxes without paying attention to what Post-it goes in which box. Too many tickets for Otang. Otang, if you must have already gotten some, or you already got 150. Let's see, can I tell? You got 150 tickets already. It got you. You're good. You're good. Wait, buy? What you doing, Misty? You trying to buy tickets? I wish I could open it up where you guys could purchase additional tickets. That'd be fun. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Nobody here is going to tell you you're stupid. If they do, that's not Nerds Unite behavior, and we take them out of here. Right? Wouldn't that be cool, Uga? I saw something really cool today that's got my creative brain spinning, and that is here I go again. If you can't stand all this talk about Gary Vee, you're in the wrong spot. Gary Vee signed a deal with a company called District to start promoting his VFriends stuff on there. District is a website / platform builder. That you can build whatever you want. You can build a website, you can build an auction site, you can build a live sales site like a Whatnot or whatever. You can build all kinds of stuff using AI, vibe coding. Fairly new company, huge seed round of funds. The guys that are running that are from other established existing companies. But VFriends is going to start going on there. But the idea is you could build a website for whatever you want. And then within that website, you could have a community, like the way people do it on Discord. You could do a live auction that could go to multiple sites. So I could live auction and go out to multiple sites at once. You could build an auction area that's not live, where you can put up items and set a start and an end time. and people could bid on stuff. We maybe could use that for Extra Life this coming year. You can build a whole website experience, all with District, and I read a little bit about it, and it's very enticing. I would love to do some sort of Nerds Unite website that incorporates more of these features, but that's an undertaking that I wouldn't do unless I had the time or saw a clear game plan for the future. But it would be really cool to have all my merch available, NFTs included in there. Like, I've tried to do that with my website, but there's real limitations that keep me from doing it. We're at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. You guys have a minute and a half left to buy your tickets. I wanted to shout this out again. I thought this was completely broken, but it seems that recent changes to Atomic Hub may have fixed it. If you guys remember back in the heyday of the NFTs, I have an area called Nerds Unite NFTs on my website. And if you scroll down, I had this like secret tracker that I never really fully launched because it was still ridden with problems. But basically you could go in and you could put in your wallet. Like we could do, I'll do Misty's just because I remember it. And you can check your collection and it will look for, do you have the Nerds Unite NFTs? So you can see if it's lit up in color, it means you got it. It tells you how many you own. And it does have them in reverse order of when I've launched them. So you can see she got Mando and Grogu and Disney Neon and Dominant, all inspired by Mortal Kombat, etc. You can show more. She's got all those. You can go to, you can jump to a particular series. Like if you want to look at Nerd over here. You can look at Hoot in the shirts. You can look at Hoot and Cal's play. It seems to be working again. I would love to get back to and do some more things with that project. But that is up and running in case anybody wanted to check and see if they're missing any particular Nerds Unite NFTs. I never thought about this before. I should have had a button that's like, show me what I'm missing. I could add that in there at some point. Again, one of the projects I don't have time for, but would love to work on. All right. We're at 7 minutes. I'll give you guys another 10 seconds to get your tickets in the box game. We're going to pick a winner at the end of this 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're closing it out, and our winner is... Draw winner. Our winner is... Let's get a drum roll. There we go. Our winner is... Parrot 314. Let's go. Parrot, congratulations. I don't know if you've ever played before. I feel like you did once, but I could be wrong. Let me get the boxes up here. You're going to tell me what you want. Box number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And what prize you are hoping to win. If you need a refresher, Falconer just dropped that in the chat. Thank you so much for that, Falconer. I appreciate all the help this last couple of years with that on the box game. Boxes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Parrot 314. You have to be here. Hopefully you're here. Yeah, you are. Box 4, Star Wars Pop. Parrot 314 is paying attention. No matter what you win tonight, I'm going to toss in an extra sticker from our friends at My Pops. They sent me some the other day. Forgot to mention that. You said box 4, and you want the Mando Pop. All right, this box 4. We'll just do a quick thing where we... no, we're not going to do that. I'm going to set that aside and show you what you didn't win first. It's going to stay up there. No shenanigans. I could have recorded this by now and just played it every week. Box 1 is the first prize you did not win. You did not win. Don't let it be Mando. Don't let it be Mando. You did not win the Deadpool pack. In case you can't read my handwriting. You did not win the Deadpool pack. Alright, we'll go to the other end. Box 5. Another prize you did not win. This one opens from the back. You did not win. It's an older Post-it. Oh, it's the Mando Pop. Dang it. You didn't win the Mando Pop. You could still win the Priscilla prize pack. You could still win the Butts on Things or the Dreams bag. Mando will be back for at least one more week next week. So you can come back and try again. We've had people win back-to-back before. It happens. We're down to boxes 3, 2, and 4. I like to leave 3 to the end. Let's look at the box 2, another prize you did not win. You did not win the Dreams bag. So we're down to Butts on Things or Priscilla, which is interesting. These are both people I know well. Pretty well. So box 3 didn't win. Box 4 did win. Let's see what you did win. I think I just heard the Post-it move in there. You did win the Butts on Things squishy from Five Below from Brian Cook Art. I mean, a pretty good fun prize. The squishies are popular now. So you're going to get that. And I'll leave it up to you. Do you want me to send it to you sealed and you open it? Or would you like me to open it on stream? That's your call. While you're deciding, here's the last prize. You didn't win. If I didn't cheat, that should say Priscilla PP, and it does. Priscilla PP will be there again next week. Thank you, Priscilla, for sending prizes. She's amazing. Very, very appreciated. She's kept me going. Parrot says, open it. I love it. All right, let me get this out of the way first. Don't want to forget your My Pop sticker. All right. I have not opened one of these myself. Butts on Things, Brian Cook Art. This guy is blowing up right now. There is a real chance this guy's going to be a household name before long. So for you, you're going to get all... These are nice, too. You get the cinnamon roll with the butt. Well, this is good. This is a good squishy feel. I just want to eat a cinnamon roll now. That looks really... That's fun. You just put that on your desk, and I think people would fall for that. They'll come by and think you have an actual cinnamon roll. But it's just a good little stress release squishy. That's awesome. Brian's a great dude. If you go to any cons and you see the Butts on Things booth, you need to go up. You need to talk to Brian. He's tearing it up right now. Parrot314, if you would please, if you have Twitter, please send me your delivery information, even if I've had it in the past. Just send me a DM with your delivery info so we keep it private. If you're not on Twitter, feel free to drop it in the messages here on Twitch. You can send me a DM here on Twitch. I just don't check that as often. Twitter's better for me. But if you don't have Twitter, I'm not going to force you to use Twitter. Deliveries will go out sometime in the next month. I'll send another batch. I like to save them up and send them. Thank you for participating. Thank you guys for coming by. It is 7-11. I want to get some dinner. I've not opened all my stuff. I still think there's more research to be done on Drop. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. And I might do a stream just to kind of say goodbye to Drop. So if you're around tomorrow, keep your eye on things. I don't have a time. Got to play it by Kelly's schedule, what she's doing. Probably midday, I would think, around lunchtime. So keep your eye on things. I'll put it out on Twitter, of course, if I go live. You want to come back on by, see what I pull out of packs. Maybe that one-on-one will happen. We'll see. Living Connor says, Butts on Things are an absolute gem of a brand. Such funny content. I don't know if anybody saw, but Brian, let's see if I can pull it up. On Instagram, he posted a video because he's been doing this for 10 years now. Oh, that's right. Let me switch to my account. I'm in Blockies mode right now. Switch accounts, me. Get your lighters out for that stream and your box of tissues. Don't connect the two like I did as a kid. Let's see. If we search for Brian Cook Art. Actually, there were a couple of really cool blasts from the past this week. Let's see, where is it? It is a vidya. That may have... Was it a story? It might have been a story that disappears. I don't remember. Let me check this one. No, those are photos. Dang it. But he posted a video. That's not it. And if it was a story, it's probably gone. Let me try the 10-year. Let's see. I don't remember it now. But anyway, in the opening of the video, it showed some old clips. And one of the ones that he shared was from one of his first years at Rose City Comic Con. And it was Hillary interviewing Brian Cook. And I was standing just off camera. So I've known him for at least 8 years. Know who he was. But we did this thing with Funko where we decided to go interview some other artists and share that on the Funko channel just to help build community and like support some other people. And he was willing to be on camera. So we recorded an interview with him. Who knew he'd be as big of a draw as he is now? Like his San Diego Comic-Con booth is a mile long every year. Living Conundrum says drop closing is def a light in the dark. But at this point, no tears. It's been coming for a while. Yeah, it didn't happen overnight. The other funny thing that came up this week, let's see, again, it might have been a story. I hate disappearing content. I think it's this one. Yeah. So this is Ming Chen.
I met Charlie setting up her green room.
He's talking about, he's at Comic Palooza, which is in Houston, my hometown. That's where I got to hang out with Ming first many, many years ago now, probably like 10, 12 years ago. He's talking about the lady who he originally met there that ran the green room, who has since passed. But watch this.
I always like to come early to check out the layout of whatever con I'm at, and I walked back to the green room area, and immediately she was like, who the hell are you? What are you doing back here? I'm trying to set up, get out of here.
Look at that shirt. Ming's repping the Funcast. I love it. It's clearly an older picture of Ming, so this was probably from at least like 7, 8 years ago, maybe. But he has a Funcast shirt on. I thought that was pretty crazy. That popped up. I hadn't seen it in so long. I had to do a double take. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, Allie, I think tomorrow, Kelly's got to work for a chunk of the day, and there's still some work to be done with Drop. I need to still move some things. I still need to open some packs and kind of close everything out. So I think I may stream for a while and just do that, and also give people who, you know, I'll put it out there, like, if you still got to move things and you're having problems, like, come on by. Maybe I can help you. Well, that's interesting. I just logged into Drop and did I accidentally move my avatar out of there? Maybe I did. It's changed. I think I did. I accidentally moved it. That was going to be the last thing I moved, but I already moved it. Dang it. And somehow these did not transfer. I'll have to transfer those over. But I got a few packs, and I may pick up some more. We'll see. Some of them are going pretty cheap now, so. Yeah, thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. And like I said, maybe lunchtime tomorrow, do a little something. We'll see. Plans could always change too, but I'd like to do that. Let's find somebody to raid over to. I'll, of course, give you guys some more Sully Bucks before we get out of here. I plan on being here next Friday. So something to put on your calendar. Gatos is on. I don't get a chance to raid over to him too much. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. He's playing the finals. I never did get into this game, but it always looked like so much fun. Let's raid over to Gatos. You guys go hang out with him. But before we do that, let's add some points to you all. Let's make it 200 tonight. You too, Linder. All right, here we go. We're raiding over to Gatos. That's perfect, Nadu. Remember to wash your hands, check in on somebody you love, make sure they're doing okay, and above all else, most importantly, nerds unite. Go say hi to our friend Boston. Have fun. Stay out of trouble. Peace out.
Sully, thanks so much for the raid. What's up, Zach Bonifer? How are you, sir? How is life? Awesome night. You too, sir. Have a great night. Sweet dreams. Great tomorrow. See you next time.